Hello and welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. This is Laura from Crafty Not Shifty, and today I'm going to be sharing a quick and easy Easter treat basket. These baskets are really simple to make, and all you need is some eggs for the inside, some 6x6 patterned paper, and some decorations and glue. Okay, so let's dive right in. As you can see, I've already prepared some here, and you can see just how adorable these are, and they come together really easily, and I'll make two for you here using the patterned paper on screen. So this particular patterned paper, I forget the name of the collection, but it actually comes with this extra strip at the top, so it's slightly larger than 6x6, and I'm going to trim that off, and I'm actually going to keep that, as that will be really useful for the handle of my basket. So I just cut away any of the remaining glue from the paper pack being glued together, and then I will trim this particular piece down to 6 inches. If you don't have a piece of paper like this that is 6x6 with the extra piece for the handle, you can use a coordinating piece of paper as your handle, or you could make a smaller basket. But most of us have 6x6 paper on hand, so I thought this would be a really easy way to show how to make these baskets. So I'm just trimming off this piece here, and then I have my handle section and also my 6x6 piece. So I'll go ahead and do the exact same thing with the other piece of paper, and then I'll bring in my scoring tool. You'll want to create 2 score lines on each side at the 2 and the 4 inch mark, just to divide this into equal pieces. If you don't have a scoring tool like this, then you could use a ruler and the back of a pair of scissors just to help you create a guide for your fold lines. Once I've done that, I'll go ahead and reinforce each of these folds just by folding them in and running my bone folder along these. This particular bone folder is a Teflon bone folder, and it's really great for working with all different types of paper. There is kind of no stick and no drag, and it doesn't leave behind any transfer. Once all of those folds are reinforced, we're going to take our scissors and cut some of those sections, and I'll show you a close-up of the camera here so you can see what this should look like, but you should have 9 equal square pieces scored out on your patterned paper. So what we'll do is on 2 of the sides, we're actually going to cut apart that middle square just along the 2 vertical lines. So if you just take your scissors and trim towards the score line, just following the score lines as a guide, and then you'll stop as you hit that horizontal line, and you'll want to do that on 2 of the sides, and I'll do that to both of these pieces of paper. Once we've made these cut lines, you'll see how easy it is to fold this up into a box. You'll take the 2 side pieces and bring them together to create that basket kind of a shape, and you can just do it like this and leave the pieces, and you'll have those kind of overlap on the outside, which is fine, and it does look really sweet. But I decided to take this one step further and to actually make this part a little bit neater. To do that, all you'll need to do is take each of the corners that you've snipped apart and fold them up towards the top of your square, so you should have this shape here. So I'll turn it around and show you the same thing again on this side. You're just folding each of those pieces up into a triangle shape. And then again, you could just leave it like this. However, I'm actually going to cut these apart to get rid of some of the bulk. So again, you'll just take your scissors along that crease line that you've just created and just trim away any of the excess. And I'll work my way around all 4 corners of this piece here, and then do the same to the other piece. Once I have both of these pieces cut apart, it's time to put my basket together. For this, I'm going to use glue dots. If you don't have this particular glue dot, you could use some double-sided sticky tape, or also wet glue would work for this, or a Pritt stick if that's what you have on hand. So these glue dots are teeny tiny, and I'm going to place a glue dot on each side of my square in the top corner, and then I will also place one on just one of those triangular pieces towards the top. I'll do the same thing on the opposite side, again just placing a glue dot in the 2 corners of my square, and then just in the top corner of one of these triangular pieces. Then when I fold everything together, as long as I lay the triangle with the glue dot underneath the other triangle, then everything will stick together really nicely. So the glue dots on that square will help keep everything together, and you just press that down and everything will stick nicely. And this makes some really sweet kind of little Easter treat baskets. I'm just snipping away any of the overlap where those triangular pieces meet, and then I'll do the same thing to the other side. So again, just adding a glue dot to each of the corners, and one glue dot to the triangular piece, and then sticking that together. You'll see on the side of this particular glue dispenser there's actually a section for your thumb where you can twist the mechanism and advance the next glue dot, which is really nice. So you can bring that to the front so you know exactly where your glue dot will appear on your card. So again, I'll just push these together. And you could leave these baskets as is, but because we have those extra pieces of cardstock, I want to go ahead and create a handle for each of these. So I'll press this down, and then again, I just stuck that slightly in the wrong place, so I'm fixing that, and then snip off those excess pieces. I just want to make sure that none of that kind of extra cardstock hangs out the side of these handles. For these handles, I'm actually going to use glue dots again. You could attach these with brads or something different if you wanted a decorative element, but I'm just going to use these glue dots, and I'm just going to gently curl this piece around my bone folder just to help it hold that kind of handle shape. So I'll press that down on the outside of each side of my basket, and you can see how easy that is to create. I think these would be really nice for an Easter egg hunt, to have these little baskets kind of hidden around. You could maybe dangle them from tree branches as well, which I think would be really sweet. And they're so quick and easy to make. So I'll put this handle on here, and then I'm actually going to speed you up and I'll show you how I decorated these. So all of the supplies that I'm using to fill and decorate these baskets, I actually picked up at my local Home Bargains. They had all kinds of Easter craft items and decorative items to make bonnets and all different kind of Easter crafts. So I picked a few different things up and I'm using them to fill and decorate these baskets. I'm sure you can get items like this from a local craft store near you, or also a supermarket. So the first thing that I added is this grass, and then I've got these brightly coloured chocolate Easter eggs which just look perfect added inside these baskets. I have made quite a few of these, and I've mixed some of them up with a mixture of coloured eggs, and some of them I've matched the colour of the egg to the colour of the patterned paper. I've also got these kind of daisies. They come on a small kind of press stud, so I'm just popping those through those holes and they just fit perfect. Not only do they decorate the basket, but they also hide that hole in the centre of the paper. The final thing that I added to these are these adorable little chicks. These are tiny little fluffy chicks, and they fit perfectly just nestled inside those eggs. So that is it. It's super quick and easy. I'm a little bit addicted to making these. I've decorated them in a few different ways using bows and ribbons and flowers, and I hope you're feeling inspired to create this. If you do, please let me know. You can tag me on Instagram at CraftyNotShifty, and I hope to see you guys here again soon. On screen right now are a couple more videos that I think you might enjoy. If you haven't already seen them, you can go ahead and click on the thumbnail and be taken straight to the video. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you. You can click on my logo to automatically subscribe, and click on the bell icon to be notified when I post a new video. That's all from me today. Bye for now.